Hey guys, Arian Durandal here. We're back with more Monster Hunter Worlds. I'm playing on my own this time. Zanat and Armando are both busy. They're off doing their own thing right now, so I'm going to run around and do a little bit of my own here. So we're going to go off. I have some optional quests here. I'm just trying to work through some of these. Um, right now, landing the landslide wyvern. I have to go capture a Barreth. Actually, players... I'm in a private session right now, so it doesn't really matter. You know, whether how many players I set it to. Setting it to more will give me the option to throw out the SOS flare, and I imagine I could probably do that in game anyways, you know, even with it set to one party member, but I don't really need it. It just means that I think it just means I can hit X on this right here and get ready to depart. And as soon as the quest is loaded, it'll just automatically go instead of me having to tell it that, yeah, I'm going by myself, I don't need to fill the other 3 slots. So off we go. Barreth has been around since Monster Hunter Tri, I think was the first one. It's a land-based one. It usually prefers desert climates. One of its main things is it likes to surround itself with mud, which, and I apparently already have the trail from it. Okay. But it likes to surround itself with mud, which makes it a little harder to swing through in the beginning. So we're going to pay with research points. You know, I'm just going to go with a nice, chef's platter here. You know, it's got a good blend of health and stamina. It's got some attack and defense. Now, this is a capture mission, so I got to make sure I don't actually kill it, because that would be bad. I have my stuff on me now for capturing already. So we're going to slide on past the Epseros. It's a little weird that I already have the trail. I know I've bumped into them before, while I'm free roaming and such. And I have picked up some things. But I just find this a little weird because, normally, you have to find a sign to get the trail right away, I thought. Wiggly Lychee. Which is, it's something to do with stamina. It maxes out your stamina. And I don't know if it, increases the regen rate of it, or if it makes it deplete slower, or what the deal is with them. Okay, where are you taking me? So, okay, so you took me all the way over, you found the trail to find me a footprint. Okay. Alright. Also, I can't help but notice that, you're taking me backwards. Oh, now you have the did you not have the trail before? Oh, the guy broke over here. Somewhere. I think I need that. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. But I see he's way up here on the mini-map in the corner there, so we're gonna go for it. You're right on in this one. Give me that goddamn. Good. Got my field research taken care of then. Where is the big guy? There he is. I see you over there. No, you don't see anything. Ah! I have you now. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, okay. So my cat's throwing shock traps now. That's cool. So the 2 elements that work best against this guy are water is the go-to when he's covered in mud at the beginning there, because it helps knock the mud off of him faster. But then after the mud is gone, I believe fire becomes his primary weakness. Ow. Don't do that. That's bad. I keep hitting triangle and circle for the demon flurry because I'm used to older Monster Hunters where it actually had a bit of a forward lunge on it first, and now it doesn't have that anymore. So sometimes I try to use that because it's okay, that's a good distance closer, and then it just stands there and flails. Ow. Totally. Ooh, less fun, less fun. We're still. Come on. Stop slapping your face and go. Oops. Ooh. Ow. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, we get it. I want that tail. Oh, not like that. Whoop. That time. Oh, I'm stunned again. That's fine. Everything about this is okay. So we're gonna go real quick. Mega potion. Oops. I'm trying to go for the mounted attack over here. Good enough. Sprint down the damn hill already. There we go. Get some strikes in on that tail too. Oh, poison. Wasn't from me though. Is it from my cat? Because I don't have poison on these weapons. This is water attribute. What poison hit? Oh, yeah, it was the cat because I have the Rathian rapier for them. There we go. Okay, watch out for this guy right here. Don't do that. Okay, get off the head. Go back down to the tail. Don't do that. Put a little more damage on the tail over here. Oh! Come on. Cut through a little faster here, please. Oh, that looked nasty. These flashlights here, just crap out of the tail and take it off. Oh, he's ready for capture. Okay. Oh my god, it was fast. Okay. So, I'll sharpen up really quick here. So, you can see the bottom left here in the mini-map. He's got that little skull next to him now. So, I need to get over and I need to place a trap. And where's my trap? Where's my... Where's my... Oh. Oh. Okay, that's a problem. I forgot to bring tranq bombs with me. So yeah, that's bad. So I need to go back to the camp really quick here, and I need to get my materials. I forgot it. Oh god, I thought I had tranq bombs on me. Okay, yes, I know the trail is over there, but I'm looking for the box. So with the low-level quests, anyways, they usually give you a bunch of extra supplies just specifically to complete the objective. And in the case of the capture missions, they'll always send you out with like an easy shock trap and some tranq bombs so that you don't necessarily have to go through your own stores, which is nice, and it also helps in the cases of dumbass maneuvers like mine where you forget to bring your stuff with you. And the tranq bomb's kind of important. Now, I could have run around and found like some perish rooms and some sleep herbs, which are in this area, and I could craft my own tranq bombs. But since this is a low rank, they're automatically provided, you know, I can just do this. But he's gonna go back and sleep. So perish room, or not perish room, sleep herbs are in this watery area. There should actually be some like right over there in the distance. And perish rooms, you can actually like set up the mini map and you can filter out just for harvesting locations, and then you can see here's some sleep herb right here. Actually, I should grab those herbs because I saw I only had like one actual potion, so I can make some more of those quick. Is that herbs? That's herbs. Mushroom, that's red pit, that's some cacti over there. So he's sleeping, but he still has the skull over him, which means I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't shock trap the water. That's the problem. Okay. Splat. Can I not shock trap here? That's pitfall? Maybe if I move a quicker... No, I can't. Oh, God. So I have to get him out of this area. Really? I can't set it down in here? That's garbage. Oh, here we go. Alright, here we go. One. And two. And we're done. Now, tranq bombs have been changed from previous Monster Hunter titles, if you haven't played with them before in here. Because it used to be an actual, like, thrown thing, like, you could throw it at him, and if you were in motion, like, depending on whether you were running or stationary or walking, it would change the angle that you threw them at. So, like, I think if you were, like, running, you would kind of throw them high, and if you were walking, it would kind of, like, angle them down towards the ground. But now it's just something that you throw directly at the ground. And I think part of that is because I want to say it had to do with the fact that a lot of people were having issues with, like, either missing their throws because, like, they'd be emotional doing it, or with other monsters, like, getting in the way. So now it's just something that you chuck at the ground and it creates a little cloud instead. Which certainly alleviates any accuracy issues. So, that was done, and that one went pretty well, honestly. But yeah, oh god. My gear is a lot different than the last episode too, because I did spend a lot of time on my own just doing investigations and farming monsters to get a new set. So I am now running around with a full set of armor from the Puke Puke, and I have some new dual swords. And I've upgraded a bunch of other weapons. These are just the ones that I decided to... That's right, I forgot that I didn't select to go back to headquarters. I just went back to camp, so it immediately turns into an expedition at that point. So I could run around and just mess around with other monsters in the area. But since this was an optional one I needed for the ancient tree, which is similar to the farms from other Monster Hunter titles, where it can be like, I want to get this type of item. Like I need to get a bunch of herbs, but you don't necessarily want to spend the time running around gathering all of them. You can set the tree here, and every time you come back from a quest or an expedition, I think it works for expeditions too, the botanical research here where it says items are ready to harvest. So I can actually come over here, actually, this little archway, and talk to this gentleman, the chief botanist. And I can actually collect the harvest, so I have, for every time I come back from a quest, I get 2 pieces of honey off of this. And it'll go to a maximum of 10. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's a way to tell it to stop harvesting an item, which is a little irritating. So you can see here from the time needed, like for every dash here indicates that it needs, X amount of quests in order to do. So with things like the bomb berries and the dragon strike nuts, it would take 3 quests in order to get the first harvest off of it. These ones all need 2. I don't have any adamant seeds though, so maybe I can start working on those. Now, these ones are good for making like higher end bowgun ammo, but I'm not really using a bowgun right now, and I already have a bunch of ammo stored away, so I don't necessarily need to get those right away. But like all of the berries and stuff like that, these are almost exclusively, it might even be the only thing they're used for, is just making various types of bowgun ammo. So, I have a lot of flame nuts. Which I don't really... I'll take the adamant seeds instead of the honey. Now I can also use some stuff here to fertilize, which will increase the harvest that I get. But I don't really wanna. So I guess I could do some investigations and I could look through and see what else I have here. The Tobi Kadachi could be fun. I've not tried that one on my own, and I honestly don't know how it would go. Because I have fought it, but I have fought it off camera. So I guess I can try it. Problem is my armor is not really set up for it because it's a lightning-based monster, and as you can get on the crafting list here. As you can see from the Puke Puke armor, if you look down in the bottom right corner here where it says defense status, negative 15 thunder resist, which means if he hits me with any of his elemental attacks, I'm really going to feel it. So what I could do, maybe I can see about making some armor with some better thunder resist to it. Because, like, he moves around a lot. I've only fought him once, so I haven't fully learned his attack patterns. But who's got some lightning resist on some thunder resist? So the Bone Helm has thunder resist, but it's got really low physical defense, and I could upgrade that. I just don't think I could upgrade it enough to the point where it would match what I've got on the Puke Puke armor. I've got one on Vespoid armor, and that might not actually be terrible, because I don't need a lot, I just need enough to kind of soften the blow a little bit. Kestodon and Kajal only have these single pieces. Aquatic Expert prevents water from slowing movement. That would actually be really nice on things like the Giratotus. Affinity sliding increases affinity by 30% for a short time after sliding. Affinity is your critical hit rate. So, like, if you have a positive affinity on your weapons, you'll have a chance of every so often when you do a strike, you'll see an extra flash and it does more damage than it normally would. Alloy is minus. The Kulu, I suppose I don't necessarily need anything with a positive thunder resist so much as I need something that doesn't have negative. So if I could even find something, ooh, Bareth has a lot of thunder resist on it. I might have enough for the entire set right now. Everything but the gloves. Oh, great. So I need 3 ridges and a tail, which means I may have to potentially do a couple of these. Now, we're going to do an investigation because these are like the repeatable quests. These are the ones that you do instead of having like the one like story-related quest that you spam over and over again. You have the investigations that you can do, and they've all got, you know, different little little caveats to them. This one here will reward me more money when I clear it, but I also only have 15 minutes to do it, whereas a normal quest would be like 50 minutes or anything along those lines. And I also have the bonus rewards that I'll get at the end for completing it. So on top of the normal rewards that I'll get bonuses also. So it just, I feel like Capcom was trying to soften the grind a little bit with that one, and it's greatly appreciated. You know, especially when you're trying to get a rare component, like, say, a Rathlos Ruby, you know, because you need one to complete an armor set, but you can't do it because it's hard to find, so you end up fighting him 30 times, hoping that maybe it'll drop on one of them. So if this takes a little bit of the edge off of that, I'm all in favor of it. So I'm going to take off here. I forgot to eat food too. I also like the fact that you can actually eat food at the camps now. Like, instead of having to, you know, eat before you leave, and if you forget to, then you're screwed. Now you can either eat before you leave, or you can eat once you've actually departed. So in this instance, I'm going to have to go with the ladder. Get off! I don't care about the trail. I've got to see if there's a way to stop the camera from snapping after it like that, because like it's kind of nice to, like, on the one hand, it's like, okay, it's this direction, it's trying to help you out a little bit, but at the same time, it's like, I know how to follow a beacon. So there's some Grimalkin up here, and we're going to hop over real quick and go say hi to these guys, because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get one to come with me. See, yep, here comes the shield bearer. I think my scout flies might be a little drunk. Oh. Uh, okay, I found him. Let's go say hi. What the? What, hey, excuse you. He's right here. Oh, how? I didn't even touch it. Oh, fine. Quit screaming already. He's such a baby. Really? Okay, that was cheap. Die already! Or lose the tail, or something along those lines. Got it! Oh, that was beautiful. Okay. Oh, except now he's... Okay, he's leaving. He's not dead. He's got the exclamation mark above him, which I don't know if that... I don't know if that one indicates that he's looking for food, or if he's ready for capture. No! Why you gotta put shock trap right here? Of all places. No. Not getting rid of that. I refuse. Okay. Kulu, go away. I ain't got time for you. Could you not? Hey, 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 stop it. Stop that. Come on. Oops. Ooh, you better go away. You're gonna have a real bad time. Get him! Oh, that was a nice hit. Interesting back roll, though I thought I was trying to go sideways with it. Okay. Alright. I'll just stab him in the face with a kill shot. We're going back to HQ on this one. There's one ridge. There's two ridges. If I get one more, I can make the last piece of armor, and then I should be okay. Hey! Alright. Juratotus, come back, friend! Actually, no, keep going. I don't have time to deal with you anyways. I'm a Vespoid around with. That one was white. Why was that a white Vespoid? I've never seen that before. I have no idea what that was all about. I know you can't capture them, so I don't think there was anything to do with like, a pet per se. But, okay. Do a little bit of honey. Kill them on mega potions. Anyways, that's all the time I got for this episode. Thanks, everybody. Next time I'll go after the Tobi Kadachi. But for now, I'll see you in the next episode.